Before they take me, I want to know how it feels to be with someone. To not die a virgin, Amara uttered to a young doctor. At 18, Amara Nkosi was the face South Africa loved to hate, her image inescapable television, tabloids, and ex-posts. Always the same photo, her in a simple blue dress, standing beside her late mother, Amara Nkosi, at a Johannesburg charity gala. Her smile was radiant then, her eyes free of pain. Now, those eyes stared back through headlines that screamed, "Teen heiress poisons mother in Santon mansion." Amara Nkosi's deadly greed. Daughter wanted Nkosi empire. The nation had judged her. Talk shows dissected her motives. Strangers debated prison or death. No one sought her truth. In a sterile psychiatric ward in Pretoria, Amara lay handcuffed to a hospital bed, wrists bandaged from a desperate act. A guard watched her constantly. She hadn't spoken, not to police, not in court, not to journalists sneaking in. Words were futile, the world had cast her as the villain. The scandal burned like a felt fire. Amara Nkosi, a beloved businesswoman, had remarried 6 months earlier. Her new husband, Vincent Mabuza, was charming, rich, and ambitious. Rumors swirled pre-wedding, but Naledi dismissed them. Then she died, poisoned in her study. Amara was found beside her, dazed, wine spilled, sedatives nearby. A typed, signed, suicide note confession. The police called it a clear cut. Amara killed for the inheritance, regretted it, and then tried to die. Too tidy. No one asked why the cameras failed. No one questioned how a teenager got a rare toxin. Why did Vincent's new driver vanish post-funeral? Amara, drowning in grief, let the world's verdict suffocate her. Why fight a foregone conclusion? Dr. Thandiwe Mokoena was 22, fresh from medical school, and worn out by long shifts. His short hair was always neat, his scrubs crisp, despite the chaos. He spoke sparingly, his deep voice calm but firm. Colleagues called him steady, patients called him kind. When assigned to monitor this Nkosi girl, Thandiwe nodded. He knew Amara's name, headlines were unavoidable. "Just observe," the consultant said. "Don't engage." He didn't plan to. But entering Amara's room changed everything. She wasn't the spoiled killer the media painted, just a girl, frail, with sunken cheeks and eyes that looked past the walls. She sketched quietly, movements tentative, like she feared existing. "Good morning," Thandiwe said softly. Amara nodded, eyes on her notebook. "I'm Dr. Thandiwe. I'll check on you daily." Silence filled the air. Thandiwe paused. His role was to monitor, not probe. But Amara's resigned silence tugged at him. "Do you understand what's happening?" he asked gently. Amara looked up, her gaze slow, like she'd forgotten human connection. "They're talking," she whispered, "but no one hears me." The word struck him. He nodded. "I'll hear you." He returned daily. Some days, Amara was mute. Others, she asked small things, about his stethoscope, hospital food, if he liked storms. She never mentioned the case. One evening, as he adjusted her IV, she spoke, stopping him cold. "Will I die before 20? Thandiwe met her eyes. "That won't happen." A faint twitch of her lips. "Sure?" He nodded. A pause, then, softly, "Before they take me, I want to know how it feels. To be with someone. To not die a virgin." Thandiwe froze, hand on the IV. Amara's eyes held no seduction, just a raw ache, a girl who didn't expect to love. His voice stayed even. "That's not something to say lightly." "I wasn't," she whispered. He didn't scold, didn't report her. "Your story doesn't end like that," he said firmly. Amara apologized the next day, eyes down. "I shouldn't have said that." Thandiwe sat beside her, arms crossed. "Show me your sketch from yesterday." It was small, but it shifted something. He saw Amara, the girl who flinched at loud steps, drew flowers for her mother's garden, thanked him for fresh bandages. And he felt something risky, care, beyond duty, edging toward affection. Her questions deepened. Can someone be broken but still good? Why promise justice if it never comes? Thandiwe listened, even when he lacked answers. One afternoon, checking her pulse, he saw a scar on her forearm, a thin, intentional burn. "Amara," he asked softly, "how did this happen?" Her gaze hit the ceiling. "Vincent pressed a lighter to my skin. Said I needed to learn respect." Thandiwe's jaw tightened. Who? Her voice was flat. Vincent. He taught lessons when Mom was gone. Thandiwe's chest burned. He'd seen trauma, bruises, fractures, but this was calculated cruelty. How long? Amara shrugged. It stopped hurting. That made him angrier. That night, he couldn't sleep. Her scars, her truth, haunted him. He knew truth, not in reports, but in how she shied from sudden moves, how her hands shook when she spoke of Vincent. He began piecing it together. Amara's memories of her mother came in fragments, Naladi's humming, her missing necklace, Vincent's new staff. Thandiwe took notes, not as a doctor but as someone smelling injustice. He checked her file secretly. The toxicology report was delayed, rewritten. The police claimed a confession, but no tape existed. Something stank. Amara handed him a folded paper one day. It was a sketch of him, not in scrubs, but in a quiet moment, sharp jaw, eyes kind, steady. Thandiwe stared at it. Why like this? Amara looked away. You see me as, not a monster. His throat caught. It wasn't love, not yet, but trust, raw and rare. Amara opened up, words like scattered clues. They took Mom's phone. Vincent signed secret papers. The maid stopped looking at me. Thandiwe dug, asking nurses about the night. Sister Nombula whispered, that husband, he was here, giving orders, not grieving. Paid someone. Amara nodded faintly. He met Advocate Lindiwe Kumalo, a hospital lawyer for vulnerable youth. He shared, the scar, the missing toxicology, Amara's truths. Lindy's eyes narrowed. You think she's innocent? Yes, Thandiwe said. They'll destroy her if we don't act. Lindiwe nodded. We move quietly. The hospital filed a discreet review. Lindiwe traced discrepancies, no fingerprints on the wineglass, tampered evidence. Amara healed, her eyes tracking him with faint hope. One evening, he asked, where would you go if you could? Drakensberg, she said. Mountains, wind and silence, but you will come too. He smiled, heart unsteady. I'll bring a mountain book tomorrow. Whispers grew. Vincent fired his driver. A maid saw him shred papers. Truth gained weight. One morning, he entered smiling. They arrested him. Amara blinked. Who? Vincent. Testimonies of his driver's recording. Your mother's poison wasn't yours to get. Amara laughed softly, disbelieving. Am I free? He took her hand. You will be. The media roared, the press went wild for days, they couldn't believe the story had flipped. Naladi's husband is the killer. Amara is innocent. Vincent's driver had recordings. A maid confirmed he'd poisoned the wineglass. Charges was dropped. The judge, with his kind-eyed, said, May your second life bring peace, Amara Nkosi. Amara stayed in the hospital, healing. Strong bond grew between her and Thandiwe. One quiet night, after her release, while the rain made soft rhythms on the roof, and the city outside felt far away, they shared a gentle moment, a vow, and they made love slowly, shyly, with a kind of reverence only two survivors could understand. Afterwards, as Thandiwe held her close in the dim light and he whispered, You once said before they kill you, you want to be with a man? His voice low and teasing. Wish granted. She nodded. He added, kissing her, this time. You're living, not dying. Years on, Amara and Thandiwe launched the Nkosi Second Life Foundation for accused youth. Thandiwe spoke, listen to silence. Protect the innocent. Amara, beside him, reborn, loved not for verdicts, but because he'd seen her, always.
Dear viewers, what lessons did you take away from this dramatic tale? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the story, give us a thumbs up, share it with friends and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.